Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shorty here at Money Pinner Picks. Today I'll be coming to y'all with a two pick for the NBA slate on Wednesday, April 24th. We only have two playoff games today, opposed to the three or four, uh, three that we had yesterday. Uh, Not too bad games. No blowout except for, again, it's not really a blowout, but uh, Timberwolves pulled away again. I don't know if the Suns will win a game, to be honest. It's kind of disappointing. I really thought the Suns could do at least something, with that big three, but I don't know. They're just not gelling or what, but yeah, it's just not looking good. This Bucks Pacers game obviously way better, and actually, I guess the Pacers took away with it too. It was real close, um, but yeah, the Pacers came away with it in the end, and I'm glad. I'm glad we got one game, one series where it's not 2-0. And speaking of that, Mavericks pulled it out by three. So we got two series that are 1-1 and two series that are 2-0, which is well, I guess it's even. There's one series in the East that's 2-0, one series in the West is 2-0, and both uh, both conferences have a 1-1. So makes things a little interesting. So we'll just get into a quick recap of yesterday's picks. We took Luka Doncic over 26 and a half PRA first half, and it was a nasty hook. I mean, nasty. We took him over 26 and a half. He got 26. I mean, you can't even. I don't know what we. Yeah, that's just bad. Pretty disappointed in Luka. And then we took Conley for over 2.5 rebounds, and he cashed it for us. He crushed it. He had four or five, maybe he ended with. But yeah, so we went 1 for 2 again. Hopefully we can go 2 for 2 today. I'm liking the picks for today. There's only two games, um, and like the Heat game, Celtics game is, I'm taking some props on there for sure. A couple first halves on the Celtics and full games for the Heat, just because I don't know the Heat. They're not really, even if they get blown out, they're not like sitting. They're not like the benches aren't getting um, cleared out for the Heat. They still have. I liked Love, but they took him off the board. His PR, I really liked that 10.5. That was the only prop they had up for him. Then they took him down. And then Jaime Jaquez, Jovic is also a good play. His rebounds, but we're gonna be getting just because of this, not just because of this, but this game is also a higher spread. But it was pretty close to end it last game. So we're actually just gonna be picking two props from that Oklahoma and Pelicans game. This two pick, I've already locked this in, so I'm just gonna be giving it to y'all. This first pick, we're gonna have one full game pick and one first half. And this first one is going to be Jonas Valanciunas. I told y'all about him in the video. He wasn't one of the video picks, but I told y'all about him in that for the first game of this series. He just bullied Sabonis, and my thinking is, Chet is cool. I like him. Obviously, I'm a San Antonio fan, so I like Wemby. But I like Chet. I like his game. He's super good. But we all know. I mean that body type. You look at Valanciunas and you look at Chet. Valanciunas should just be able to get his way, and that's exactly what he did. He got 20 rebounds and like 15 points. I think that's what it was. 13 points. So uh, if he gets 20 rebounds again, all he has to get is 5 points. I don't see him getting 20 again. Maybe he does. Maybe he gets 25. But if he can at least get, I like this rebounds line, but Jonas is a guy that can get he can get like 20 points. So I like the points and rebounds. You could take the PRA, but like I said, if this was at 25 and a half, I would definitely take it. Or if this was at 25 and a half, I would just take the PRA at 26 and a half. If it's a 1 point difference, I'll take it. Jonas does like to get a couple assists. Um, he only got two last game, so it would just make up the difference. But I just feel better with him getting 25 PR. If he gets 15 boards, 10 points, or the opposite, 10 boards, 15 points, whichever. I just like that 25 number rather than 27. But you could really take any of these lines, to be honest. Rebounds and assists is okay. Um, Points and assists it's eh. The rebounds, it's cool, but that's why I just like the PR. The best two of his props, his rebounds and his points together. So, yeah. So the points and rebounds, obviously he just cleared it against them, and I see him doing it again. In the center position, that's usually a position where you can really get consistency. Obviously, with somebody like maybe Tyler Hero or even Jaime Jaquez, even though I'm going back to him, not for the video picks, but I took his straight points, which they bumped. So maybe now I would flip to the PR. We'll look at that in a second after I give you all the second pick. But yeah, for the center position, that's usually somewhere where you can get a bit of consistency with the head-to-heads because that's more of a rebounding thing and you know, if you can dominate someone in the paint one game, you'll probably be able to do it again. Your shooting's always going to be, off and on, but if you're able to get into the paint, I mean, obviously you could smoke a layup or two, but it's usually, like I said, pretty consistent. So that's why I like Jonas. And speaking of Chet, he's actually going to be our second pick for his first half PRA. Hopefully they didn't bump it. If I looked at it, yep. Okay, cool. So 14 first half PRA. Now, I locked this in already just with these two props, but I'm definitely looking at the first half fantasy. And maybe even his full game fantasy. I just like the first half because he does like to get hot in that first half. He just cleared it with 16 in this last game. I took that. It cashed for me. The slip didn't cash, unfortunately, but that prop did cash. So that's why I'm going right back to it. It was at 13 last game, so they just bumped it to 14. You could definitely just take his points. Yeah, I just like it at 14, just to get 15 with the push at 14, and then the cash at 15. It's a good, solid play. I wish they had the first half. I wish they had the last 5 still there, just to get a look at it. But yeah, that's what I like. Chet can hit threes. He can get rebounds. He's an off and on rebound guy. And obviously against Jonas, it's going to be pretty tough. But he can definitely grab him. And he can stretch Jonas out as well. Get him out there to the 3. He can get a couple assists, if he's having to go out there. That's why I'd like a PRA instead of just the points, because Chet can really do anything. He could get this with just points. He could get maybe 8 points, and push his, points line first half, and then he could get, 7 RA, to clear that. So he's just a versatile guy. That's why I like the PRA. And yeah, so that's going to be the 2 pick for the video. Jonas Valanciunas over 24.5 points and rebounds, and Chet Holmgren over 14 first half PRA. And then I'll just go ahead and get into some other picks that I do like I was talking about, Jaime Jaquez. They had his points at 14.5. I did take that, but they bumped it to 15.5. You could definitely take that there still. They haven't touched his points and rebounds. You could go there. That's what I've been going to for him. I wasn't taking the straight points. I was taking the points and rebounds for him just because I like that combo. He can get rebounds. And they had his rebounds at 3.5, I'm pretty sure, the last couple games. So I was taking that as well. But someone's rebounds that I would take is Jovic, however you say that. 4.5. He just got 6 against Boston. 4.5, not a big deal. The prop for him that I like to take was his points and rebounds, but he hasn't been scoring too much as of late. Obviously, he cleared it against Boston. He didn't have a bad game, so I would definitely just take this rebounds line though at 4.5. He can definitely clear that for us. He's a taller guy. He's like 6'11", I think, so he's got the size on his side. Eric White, somebody you could go to. Drew Holiday. This line is money right here. This blocks. He gets 2. He can get 2. He can get 3 again. He's a defensive guard. He's a real good defensive guard. So that blocks line looks good as always. If they add Kevin Love back to the board, definitely take a look at that. They took him off, as I said, and that's how you know it's a good prop. Like I said, Chet Holmgren, you could take his full game. I just personally like his first half. He hits that more often than his full game. Trey Murphy is somebody that I was looking at. He's a bit off and on, but Zion is out still, so that's definitely somebody to look at because he's in the starting lineup with Zion out, so which is why I like him. He'll get way more minutes. And I would just take his straight points. Go here. Why am I blanking on his name? There we go. Yeah, Trey Murphy. I forget who I'm talking about mid-sentence. Yeah, I would just take his 16.5 points. He's a scorer. And I would take his threes. At 2.5 is what they used to post it at. What they have it at 3. This used to be his demon. You could take that for sure. His rebounds, I would either just take his points or his points and rebounds. They just, recently just put his assists out because I guess just because he had this game right here, they want to tempt you with it. It's okay. I wouldn't put it in a bunch of slips, but you could take a shot on it. All these games are Thursday. We only have 2 games tomorrow. We took Giddey in the other video. I don't know what happened. I got to look into him. I wonder why he didn't get that many minutes last game. This 20.5 line, though, is enticing. I mean, this is super low for him. He could get this with straight RA. He's had games where he's done that. So, if he's not injured or anything, you could definitely take a look at that. I don't know why he sat so long. He got like 20 minutes last game. Pretty weird. But that line does look good. Tyler Hero, they're lowering him back down because of that bad game he had. We took his, I think we took his RA in a video, maybe a video or 2 ago. So I would definitely take a look at his assists at just 5. He only missed it by 1 last game on the push, 2 for the cash. You could definitely take a look at that if you think it's going to be a decent game. But like I said, they're not clearing the bench, even if they're losing by a good amount. So, yeah, that's going to be it, I'd say, for the video. Like I said, you could definitely take a look at some first half props for these Celtics players. Kristaps, I took his points, just straight points. He got 13. He cleared both last game. They had this at 14.5. He cleared it with 15 last game, and they still had this at 9.5, which is what I took it at. And he got 13 points, so that's why I just like it better. He cleared it obviously by 3 here. He hit 3 to put him over after already clearing it with 10. So yeah, I just like the points better. He's more of a scorer. With his 7'3" or 4" size, he's not much of a rebounder. Especially with Bam, but Bam's not rebounding either. So, yeah, I just like his points, though. Jaylen Brown, also a solid first half player. He can get you this with just points. I've taken Drew Holiday's first half a couple times. But, yeah, Brandon Ingram's another guy going in the first half. 15.5, not a big line for him. But, yeah, so this is what we'll be going with for the 2 pick right here. Jonas Valanciunas, 24.5 rebounds, points and rebounds, and Chet Holmgren over 14 first half PRA. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. If you're tailing, let me know some other picks you'll be running yourself, and subscribe if you're liking the videos. Hoping to cash here. I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video, and yeah, let's cash. Peace out.